In June 2020, I decided to travel to Naples, in Italy, immediately after the country had reopened its borders. In this video, I want to show you what traveling in Italy is like now and share my top 13 things to do in Naples during the new normal. So I'm here now on the huge central square of Naples. It is Piazza del Plebiscito, and wow, I didn't imagine it to be this big and this beautiful. It's really a magnificent square. The Piazza del Plebiscito is named after the 1860 vote that brought Naples into the unified Kingdom of Italy. The two main attractions on the square are the pink-hued Palazzo Reale, Royal Palace in English, to the east, and the Basilica di San Francesco di Paola from 1816 to the west. The neoclassical basilica is a later addition to the colonnade of the original piazza design and is reminiscent of the Pantheon in Rome. After checking out the Piazza del Plebiscito, it was already sunset time and I went for a walk down Naples' seafront promenade. Walking along the coast here now, and it's super beautiful. The sun is just setting at the moment, and I feel like I'm really the only tourist here. I haven't seen any other tourists since I arrived. So yeah, this is gonna be a really nice stay. I think we're gonna get to discover the real, authentic version of Napoli without any tourists. Alright, so here we're at the Regina Margherita, and the funny story is actually the first pizza margherita was created for a queen whose colors were red, white and green, and that's the colors of the pizza and the colors of Italy. And there it is, guys, the big moment I've been waiting for. First pizza in Napoli. I can't wait. I got the classic one. It's a pizza margherita in this place that's called the Regina Margherita. I think it's gonna be amazing. So let's dig right in. Really good. I think I'll try some more pizza places here. I'm gonna be able to tell you which one is really the best pizza in Napoli. Good morning, and can you hear this in the background? People here are singing. It's funny, like you really can feel there's like a different temperament here in the south. Listen to this. It's kind of funny, this has been going on all morning. People really seem to be enjoying life here in Napoli. Can't wait to discover more of the city today. So I'm here now in front of the Palazzo Reale, the royal palace of Napoli, and actually it was built during the 16th century during the Spanish occupation of Napoli. It was meant to show off the glory of the Spanish crown, and it should have a lot of interesting Baroque art on the inside. So let's take a look. The Royal Palace of Naples was one of the 4 residences used by the House of Bourbon during the rule of the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies, which was the largest sovereign state in Italy prior to the Italian unification in the 19th century. The palace houses a rich collection of Baroque furnishings, porcelain, tapestries, sculpture and paintings inside the marvelously decorated royal apartments. Alright, so I took a quick taxi up here from the city center. That cost about 10 euros, so not too expensive. And now we are here at the Palazzo di Capodimonte, one of the absolute showstopper sites of Napoli. Let's see what's in store. So as with many of the most important sites in Italy at the moment, you had to reserve tickets for this one online, and I did that already, and you get a specific time slot, so hopefully we'll have no problems going straight in.
The Palazzo Reale di Capodimonte is the former summer residence of the kings of the two Sicilies and home to one of Italy's largest art collections. Some of the highlights of the museum include a series of early 16th century tapestries depicting the 1525 Battle of Pavia, impressive Baroque paintings, and the Farnese collection, which is home to masterpieces such as Botticelli's Madonna with Child and Angels, Bellini's Transfiguration, and Parmigiano's Antea. There's also an interesting collection of historic weapons and armor. After visiting the permanent exhibitions, I continued with a temporary exhibition called Napoli Napoli di Lava, Porcellana e Musica. Because of the new normal, I was the only visitor. Okay, this is starting to feel really strange. I'm now by myself in this exhibition, and look at the exhibition. It consists mostly of dolls, opera costumes, puppets, busts, and similar things. And yeah, it is definitely an interesting exhibition to visit all by yourself. Oh my goodness, I hope none of these statues start to move suddenly. Wow, what an experience! So this is truly a magnificent museum. I highly recommend coming here. And yeah, obviously I had it all to myself, which really added to the experience. A little spooky at times, but definitely an experience. Really cool. So I'm now in the Parco di Capodimonte, which is right next to the castle. It was first used as a royal hunting ground, and now it's a huge city park. And I'm here in front of the Porta di Mezzo, which means the middle gate. And from here, 5 different paths diverge out into the woods, and we're gonna choose one of them. The middle one should lead to the statue of a huge giant. So I guess we might choose the middle one. And this is really fun. This is part of the beauty of traveling, that you never really know what you're gonna find. And at the end of the long journey, you might stand in front of a giant, and the giant is getting some repairs done. Alright, I made it out just in time. You see the guy here? He's already about to close the gates now, and I would have been locked in for good. But I made it. And now let's take a taxi back to the city center. Ah, il caffè anche? Sì. Okay. Okay, so this taxi driver again was so friendly, giving me so much advice, really telling me his opinion about the different parts of Naples, and just being such an all-around nice guy. It's crazy. I thought it was just a prejudice that people in Naples in the south of Italy are super nice, but it seems to be true, because the taxi driver yesterday was also just as nice, and then also the people I met today when I was looking for the museum, it's really incredible. People are just so warm and friendly here in the south of Italy. And here we are now at Piazza Bellini. And this is such a nice thing about Italy, this atmosphere in the evening on the piazzas where all the people just go to hang out and have a good time. It's so cool. And this square here, Piazza Bellini, is the perfect place in Napoli for an aperitivo, so pre-dinner drinks and snacks. And of course, I got this Spritz Aperol, my favorite Italian drink. So good. And also some free snacks. And we're also gonna have some bruschetta, which is coming soon. And the bruschetta arrived. So bruschetta means little bread with delicious toppings. And here we have gorgonzola with walnuts, this one, then rucola with some ham, smoked ham,
and tomatoes. Oh, it looks so good. Can't wait to try it. Alright, that was pretty crazy. So I found this Sorbillo pizzeria and check this out. All these people there are waiting to get in. I've never seen that before, like such a long line in front of a pizzeria to get a pizza, so it must be really famous. Alright, let me try my luck now and let's see if I can get in or how long the wait will be. So sometimes traveling by yourself has its perks. So because I was by myself, they snuck me in and I didn't have to wait at all, which is really cool. It is very famous pizzeria that is Sorbillo. It's kind of like a bit of a funny gimmick here. You see the floor is transparent and you can see the people sitting. Okay, I had no idea that simple pizza margherita can taste this way. It's amazing. Really, really amazing pizza. Wow, Sorbillo. Okay, I guess it lives up to the hype. The place is super cheap. The pizza was only €4. And then you pay coperto, which is kind of like the included tip, for $1.50, and the water for €2. So, yeah, amazing deal. Lots of street art here in the streets too. Cool. This is kind of cool. It's a bookshop that doubles as a bar at night. It's a creative idea to get people to read. Got a bit of a tricky situation this morning. I had to check out of my Airbnb, so now I'm standing here with all my luggage and I don't really know where to leave it. I tried to leave it at hotels, but all the hotels apparently are closed here because of the new normal, because there's no tourists. And yeah, now I'm here in the middle of Naples with a ton of luggage and nowhere to put it.
I continued to look for a place to leave my luggage while walking through the Quartieri Spagnoli. The Quartieri Spagnoli were originally built in the 16th century for the Spanish troops of Viceroy Don Pedro. With its narrow streets, dripping washing, renegade scooters, and old-school cooking, this is one of the most unique neighborhoods of Naples. It's also the part of the city where the traditional Neapolitan language is strongest.
Alright, so I guess I found a very Italian solution. I asked at this hotel there and they agreed. Usually they close at 1:30 because there's no guests, but they agreed that I could meet with one of the guys from the hotel and he would keep my suitcase until 4 if I pay him a drink or something. So that seemed like a great solution. I left it there, I got his number here, and then hopefully I'll get my suitcase back at 4. So I hope this is gonna work. Let's see. Alright, so now we're at one of the two showstopper sites of Napoli. This is the Museo Nazionale d'Archeologia, the Archaeology Museum, which has many of the best and most impressive sculptures and treasures from Pompeii.
The Museo Archeologico Nazionale houses one of the world's most important collections of ancient treasures. The ground floor of the museum displays colossal Greek and Roman sculptures, including a mighty Hercules statue and the Toro Farnese, or Farnese Bull in English, which is the largest single sculpture ever recovered from antiquity. The museum's mezzanine level is home to some of the most precious mosaics recovered from Pompeii, including the famous Alexander mosaic depicting the battle between Alexander the Great and the Persian king Darius III.
mosaics in this room are from the House of the Faun, and it's called House of the Faun because it was a statue of this faun, which is a creature from Greek and Roman mythology, usually associated with the wild parties.
The first floor showcases ancient frescoes that are incredibly well preserved and give a good impression of what life looked like in the unfortunate city of Pompeii right before the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD.
Alright, time for lunch. Another day, another legendary pizzeria. Oh, it smells so good already. I can't wait to start eating.
Ai Tre Santi had the best pizza that I tried in Naples. I especially liked that it had so much delicious mozzarella cheese on top.
And part of the new normal, waiters have to disinfect the tables after the guests leave. Even at a famous pizza place like this one. Crazy.
And once again, despite this place being so famous, it only costs 8 euros for pizza and a water, so really good price.
Alright, I'm gonna take the subway now. Just got my ticket here for 2 stops to get back to Piazza del Plebiscito.
Many of the metro stations in Naples are impressive works of art. Toledo, where I got off, was even declared Europe's most impressive metro station. Other amazing stops include Mater Dei with its Technicolor walls, Salvator Rosa with its quirky Fiat installation, and Università with lenticular, color-changing icons and a sculpture that symbolizes the synapses of the human brain.
Alright, so that worked marvelously well. I got my suitcase back. Now I think we can take a quick look at the Galleria Umberto Primo, and then we might have a coffee before taking a car to Positano.
The Galleria Umberto I was built in the late 19th century and is named after the then reigning king of Italy, who had supported Naples during a severe cholera epidemic. The building is a breathtaking pairing of neo-Renaissance fronts, a lofty glass dome, and a sumptuous marble floor. It's an ideal place to go shopping, grab a coffee, or people watch. During my visit, it was still pretty quiet because of the new normal. Next, I walked over to the Caffè Gambrinus, which is Naples' oldest and most venerable cafe. Some of its most famous customers included Gabriele D'Annunzio, Oscar Wilde, Ernest Hemingway, and Jean-Paul Sartre. It offers outstanding Neapolitan coffee and delicious pastries and cakes. The cafe is perfect for a break after going sightseeing in the center of Naples.
So those are my recommendations for Naples. What are yours? If you're from there or could been there before, please make sure to leave your tips and advice in the comment box below this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Max Nomad for new travel videos published every day. I'm Max Nomad, and I will talk to you again soon.